All right, yes, sir. The last day of the 11th month, the year 2017. It's here, a Thursday morning, and we welcome you again to the program Daybreak Show, Rock City 101.9 FM, Citizens Forum, Daily Ayodo is my name.
And I am Toby Joseph. Welcome to Citizens Forum.
And I will continue to search for how to make this country better. Of course, moral value is one area in which we also need to improve. A lot of people have said once we have a high moral standard, particularly among the younger ones, the ones we refer to as futures of leaders of today or leaders of tomorrow, whichever one that you think they need this high moral standard. That is the pedigree needed to be able to avoid all this thievery, so to say, in public sector, maladministration, nepotism, mediocrity, lack of respect for the law, the rule of law, and other fellow human beings. Once you have a high moral pedigree, you will be able to resolve and know that this act is wrong. However, disturbingly, reports, particularly even here in Ogun State, from the Teachers Association, Parents Association, is that there is a growing increase of cultism in our secondary school. Well, the age range of those that are expected to be the secondary are supposed to be the teenage ones. Let's just say from 11
Yes.
to 19, even at 19, you are expected to have left. So it means at a very tender age, that's when they go into cultism and begin to do these others. By the time they grow into adults, 2021, probably they'll become full-blown criminals of all sorts. And then the problem blossoms and continues. Well, that is where we are today. We have laws really. There's an anti-cultism kidnapping law that provides penalties differently. But even at this, these are recent data statistics, 4 weeks, 3 weeks. This act is still growing. If you check records of even the serious crime, the ones we would call as serious crime, there's no crime that's not serious. I'm talking about kidnapping, murder, rape,
Mm-hmm.
violence,
Terrorism.
majority of those involved are still within this age bracket. Definitely so. Something is wrong and something must be done. That's where we are. What should be done? What actually is wrong? Who and who should do something? What we say, you and me, everybody, but beyond everybody, we have a law. Is it that the law is weak on its own? Is it ineffective? Is it inadequate? Is it the way we are applying it? What are the measures needed to do? Well, thankfully, we thought we'd be able to get somebody who is championing it at the National Assembly, Senator Abiodun Olujimi. We are not giving up yet. It's a network issue, really. If you are able to get her, the distinguished senator, before the end of the program, we will put her on the straight on as parents, as guardians, brothers, uncle, cousins, mothers. Let's see what you have to say. Let's hear what you have to say on this subject matter.
All right, it's very, very important that if you're calling, you turn down the volume on your radio set. You have to tell us your name, your location, and then you go straight to the point. Please, no abuse, no insults, no coming up with claims that you cannot substantiate. And please, you don't have to react to another person's opinion or insult another person's opinion. Just come on, go straight to your own, and of course, leave the stage for others. You can do this in 2 minutes. The numbers to call are 0809 868 7344 and 0909 146 9670. You can also reach us via the short code 32120. All you have to do is to type rock, ROCK, leave a space, type your message, include your name, and send to 32120. Our social media platforms are also available. On Twitter, at RockCityFM is our Twitter handle, and Facebook fan page remains RockCityFM 101.9.
All right, so let's get your opinions. We'll continue to charge Senator Abiodun Olujimi from the State at the National Assembly. She's the person who is at the forefront of the fight to ensure that all these laws, there are adequate laws and measures taken. There's a government hand in it, really. The people are saying if we have governments providing appropriate, adequate, firm, solidified social structures for these young ones. This could take them away from what we are saying. All right, we expect your call on 0809 344 and 0909146967.
Good morning.
Good morning, Billy. Very important topic is this one. My name is Dr. Nkom.
Thank you for calling.
Yes, Billy, this is a big problem in this country. And the way I look at it, I will sectionalize it, make it give you three ways of looking at it. One is that for who wants to commit a crime, an adult or whatever, your mind must be set. God has made the human mind that you are capable of extreme evil and capable of extreme goodness. It is how you condition that mind, the template, the way you plant it, you kept it, fertilize it, that what falls on it can change. The children who are the Boko Haram people who do that, it's because they have conditioned their mind. It has nothing to do with religion. It has absolutely nothing to do with religion. It's how you condition your mind that something can fall on it. Unfortunately, we parents of these days have lost that ability how to condition the minds of our children. So they grow up fertile for any other thing that falls on it. Instead of this, to make sure that you condition their minds not to grow thorns, but to grow peace, to grow love, and all that. We have lost in that aspect in the name of westernization, modernism, and all that. And religion, which used to be at a point that helps us to condition it. Look, this was my word. I'm not using Christianity or Muslim or whatever and all that, or pressure religion. Religion we used to condition us, which at that time preached love, not commercialization. Most of what we call religion, which is man-made, preaches hate, and at the end of it, you commercialize it, and the end, you politicize it. That issue of love is never preached or not preached adequately in our mosque, in our churches. Look, Dele, when we had tertiary religion, I remember assembly as this 80s. If you go on Ife Road and you see plantain there, they just use something to back on it, bunch of plantain, 140. You drop your 140 and carry the plantain and go away because you are afraid that you shouldn't do anything wrong. But now, we have been told that we can do that one and then be forgiven. So, why don't I do it and then I'm forgiven in the next 3 years? Those are the things which condition our mind. All this cultism, this are just additions to it. Those are not the issues. If you tackle how we can condition the minds of our children at the early age, then it becomes so easy to deal with cultism, for exam fraud, and all that. But we are not doing that. The issue is how do we condition the minds of our children so that they don't become fertile grounds for all these things. We must take care of religion. We must take care of our culture. All our culture says you respect elders. How many of us now respect, make it to our children that is compulsory you must respect elders? It's not in the name of westernization. I don't speak Oyibo. I know this one. I'm going to London. My Tunde is in London. Tunde is America. Those are the things which is coming back to haunt us. And if you don't take time, it will destroy us. If you don't take time, because you haven't not seen the road yet. Let me stop here. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Basically, it was talking about the need to have a high moral standard among these young ones. Hello. Well, they've also said money, the root of all evils I was talking about. Hello, somebody there?
Good morning to you.
Yes, sir.
I am Mr. Olashilani from Abeokuta. Are you with me?
Yes, go ahead.
You see, they say charity begins at home. We need to repair those incidents in our home. Our parents should be the primary lecturer in bringing up these children. And that these parents should be up to standard. Because they say what you don't have, you cannot give to others. When you talk of cultism, some parents even do some funny things in the dark, in the presence of their children. And these children will start to wonder what is happening. They start to find out, become inquisitive, and mix up with their friends outside the home to see what is really happening from there. They develop the act of becoming a artist. And also, so when children are at their adolescent stage, at a very dangerous stage, every time you really have to teach your children in the way of the Lord. You see, as our institutions of learning, our houses of worship, we are really trying. But it is parents that need to complement the effort of those agencies I've mentioned. And again, we need to see how our children have access to the social media, because they have most of those ugly attitudes right from the social media. They communicate with strange friends in the social media. And all these attitudes, negative attitudes, are so developed. But more importantly, we should teach our children the ways of the Lord, because now a clear darkness has enveloped the world. We need to be very, very careful so that we can build good leaders for the future. Thank you.
All right, thank you too. Somebody, good morning. Hello, good morning. Zero.
I'm calling from the People's Parliament in Abeokuta. Quite unfortunate, we are kind of a mess in this country. You not believe it? We have the cultic activities now in the primary school, daily in the primary school.
You are even moving it lower.
Well, I mean, it's quite unfortunate. It's quite unfortunate. These are leaders of tomorrow. It's a fundamental thing that has to do with the parental upbringing. We need to change our orientations. We need to really, effort to our children very well. Give good examples. Live very, good life. I mean, we tell these children that they don't need to transform themselves into cultists in future. It does not really, give them anything. Somebody who graduated as a medical doctor at the end of the day was shortlisted on the day of graduation because of what stupid cultic activity. It's quite unfortunate. So we all need to really say it. But the government has its own fault. The parents has their own fault too. In those days, I mean, even the neighbors around you want to correct each other, but now, you see parents going to school, you have to take the teacher for beating their children. That is the problem. So some of the private schools we have in Nigeria now have a lot of, students have, good drugs, they do cocaine, they do a lot of all these hard drugs, smoking and all that, so that the leaders of tomorrow, what will help us? Let me allow other people to talk. God bless you, my brother. God bless Nigeria.
All right, thank you. Keep trying, keep getting those calls through. There was this story during the week of a pastor, Tibi, who was shot dead in the church, and it was discovered that he had this tattoo of one of these gods
on his arm.
On his arm. So apparently he must have been. Hello, let's pick this call. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, Toby.
Morning.
Yeah, my name is Demola. I'm calling from.
Okay.
Now, the origin of this is number one, we the parents, we need to purge ourselves of some dubious things we are doing that are known to the children. Because you are saying, as a parent, you are nothing from things. And maybe one way or the other, you have to co-opt your child into that thing. So what do you expect that child to do? He has to do like you, even do better and better than you. That is one. Then two, it seems in every aspect of our society. The teachers themselves, even our security agencies, there are different kind of corpus in those security agencies. I will use my town as an example. In those areas, those security agencies there are different groups there. Kaloma and Co. When you arrest one group, to the station, before anyone's going, another group, they will release them. And they come and unleash terror to the society. So who do you now rely upon? Total overhaul of which the parents, total overhaul of our children, we need the parents, every one of us need to be branding. Let us be brand ourselves. If we, during the military, something like this, when you are called with something like you are saying, that person is going. I'm about that person is going. So that tried to reduce that period. But look at it now. This kind of children is something that one will live when he married. If he get married, then I mean, he'll be passing his wife anyhow. Or he wants to pass his husband anyhow. Before, it was the community that owns the children. But now you can't touch any parent, any children again. This standard. If you got friends, and by the time you arrest that child, before you take him to the police station, he has to be released. So where do we go from here? Let us remind ourselves, let us inculcate in ourselves the good aspect of life for our children and know get quick if we the parents. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Where do we go from there? Of course, hello. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, you are
Good
on.
morning, sir.
Good morning.
This is Siri from Nasiru.
Thank you, Cyril.
Yeah, the issue is that to some extent the children are not to be free. It's the parents. Parents will always make them realize that if you are not a member of that cause or the cause, one, you will not be able to get employed. You will not be able to be like contractors. They will not be able to give you job. So this problem is not the children issue, it's the parents. They would have inculcated a lot of things into their system. And the children will not grow up and decide to apply it. Because 90% of them are in a court. They have derived a lot of things. So they will involve their children to even be a member of the court. You see, it is what you teach a child that the child will follow in future. They have made them to realize that when you steal, you will be killed. Or when you touch a fire, it will burn you. The child will avoid it. When it's okay, this is the way, follow this way. They will follow. Even in our churches, you have a lot of them that are in a Catholic cult. So what are we talking about? Even the pastors, the reverend, most of them are in their Catholic cult. How can they preach against cultism? They will not. They only be talking about material. So let's just go back to the roots. That is the problem we have. Thank you so much and have a nice day.
All right, thank you too.
Cyril, we're talking about the pastor that was killed during the week and discovered that he had this tattoo of one of the cults on his arm. Apparently, he must have been a member and then maybe repented
Before becoming a pastor.
And meanwhile, those ones they did not forgive him for some of the things done before then, or the revenge mission was already on and they're insisting that they must revenge. Or maybe because he thinks like our first scholar, Dr. Carr, said, he can hide under the name of God, moved into that, claiming to be born again. Well, whatever it is, we all saw his end. He was killed.
Very gory picture.
And of course, also talking about parents, we broke the news here. I think it was at High School sometime, where a mother went out to invite talks to come and beat up the guards, the security, and some teachers in the school, for reprimanding her daughter. I think for coming to school late or for scaling the fence during school hours to go out. So if a mother can be involved in that, well, it is true that I think she's in prison right now, but the act itself, obviously, she may not be the only one who thinks that way or who has that character. And before, what gives her that access to those talks? And then what gives her that ability to command those thugs to come and get involved in thug violence? It means she's also a part of one of the group. And then, like the Yoruba will say, Obuti Agbon, Lomo Oron. All right. Hello. Yes, sir.
Good morning.
I'm calling from Basala. I want to say, not ago, it was the same government, Mr. Disila that raised the alarm of the 50 incident of autism among primary schools in the state. To collaborate his statement not long after its concern, some primary school pupils were arrested at Musumore village near Abeokuta on all these activities. The incident have ever been in the news. The incident of autism has even gone extra school to include apprentices, traders, workmen. The standard phase of this menace is that the youth, the children involved, are even taking it as a way of life. They don't even consider it. They see it as a good way to live. Let the elders give that worthy of emulation for this youth to see. Well, he said it is no longer juvenile delinquency, but adult delinquency. NGOs responsible for taking care of this many to be thinking. I know of one, sir. The National School Grant Prevention Course, here in Abeokuta, I can vouch. This organization is doing a lot, and it only needs to be supported actively by the government with logistics. Through this organization, a lot are being discovered, and they even try rehabilitation. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you for your contributions.
Somebody is there. Good morning.
Hello, Mr. Dele.
Thank you,
Sorry,
sir.
what will you say about the agitated FP when
Your name,
Let's,
please.
your name, sir.
Sorry, Debola. So
Okay.
you want agitated if they can do kind of thing there, and at the same time, are now paying teachers, giving them bribes because the government. How will the teachers remind them? It's not possible. So teacher money, giving them transport, or giving them rides in their car to their houses and everywhere. So how do you expect them to go to correct them? It's not possible. God will see us through.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Hello, Nesco. Good morning. 09091469670. Of course, the short code messages can be sent to 32120.
Dr. Chris Omotosho says the woman has made a point. She expressed herself on what she thinks should be in place. If the taste of the pudding is in the eating, the best way to prove this is to give the women enough room and opportunity, as men have been given, to see if the women will feel better. Apparently, that's for the quick take. Good morning, good people in the house. Nigeria got it wrong at the time our society celebrated mediocrity at the expense of merit. We are only a religious nation, but ungodly. Our youth are morally corrupt. No thanks to our decaying society. We need to do the needful, or else we are sitting on a keg of gunpowder. That's Sunday from Nasiru, talking about Citizens Forum. This other one says, yes, I will speak on youth and the young ones rotting in Nigerian prisons. Many don't understand. Some believe it's the duty of the government alone. What are the parents doing? Now here we are, cultism everywhere. Yahoo, and all sorts of crimes. Parents should wake up. That's Abdurrashid Okela sending in that message. Alright, keep your messages coming. 32120 is the short code number. Type rock, leave a space, type your message, include your name, and send to 32120.
Hello, good morning. We have you.
Good morning, this is morning from Hello?
Go on, we can hear you.
So I just want to contribute to the topic that you brought this morning. The best thing to call these menace is all about speak on God. I mean, we should fear God. If we parents,
Hello, Biodun. Oh, okay, sorry about that. You can call back. Don't worry, call back if you are lucky anyway. Hello? Hello, it's your turn. Morning.
I'm Alaji Latif Oje.
Move away from the radio, please.
I think the issue and focus this morning is very germane because of this, what has been happening these days. I think what we need to do is one, reorientation about our values. And right from home, parents should endeavor to draw it on the ears of their children. And wherever you are going, move with the right type of group it is not important to have negative peer influences, but once a child is aware that from home the name should not be spoiled in the school, they'll be more concerned about watching what they are doing in the school. And as much as possible, parents will also allow teachers to actually give the right moral upbringing to the students or children in school. A situation whereby some parents flare the up and go and abuse or fight teachers in the school for disciplining their words to really condemned by the society. And as much as possible, we should also allow them to know that there is no need for, let's say, rushing without having worked hard to achieve any greatness in life. So we should value hard work. These days you will see young boys asking them what exactly you like to be. Say, I want to be a millionaire under age 18 or 20. So the society and government, by virtue of what they have done in the child rights law, there should also be some laws that will be guiding the right upbringing of children. And society should also be concerned. Some people don't want to work hard, but they want to be looking at those who are making without finding out exactly the source of their work. All those things have been telling negatively on the upbringing of our children. It's our prayers that the Almighty Lord will continue to guide all the leaders and models of lives of children for better. God bless our city, God bless Nigeria, and God bless Ogun State. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. We'll just take one call more. One call more. Check out if there are messages there. Hello, and go for the 10 o'clock news. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. This is Dipo. I'm calling from Quarry Road.
Thank you.
What I have to say concerning this issue this morning, I think the government are not doing enough. Yes, because I think even the governor Ayo Parish has even set precedent on how to go about it by enacting the law of capital punishment for any guys that caught anybody anything has to do with coercion. Because I can remember while I was in school then, like 80% of my friends, everyone of them are involved in this coercive behavior. They go about the school, they do things and they get away with it. And even me, then I always want to like join them. I like the things they do. But there's one thing I always get me the way they kill themselves. You know, next minute, the next day you see bodies lying on the street in the campuses. And I was like, this is very worth it. Give them something to fear. There's this particular guy to the campus then. They arrested him like 2-3 times. The issues relating to killing, rape, and this. And the next thing you find this guy on the same street, working for one politician and the other. And then the problem. Let the government come up laws that like capital punishment. Anybody that is caught, is either they are jailed forever or killed. Thank you very much. That's my submission.
All right, thank you for your submission. When we come back, let's take note of this. The last person just talked about capital punishment, the engagement by politicians. It's not that there are no laws. There are laws, and it's not that these laws sometimes are not being implemented. There are punishments being meted out, but even at this, we discover that they are still growing. That is the issue I want us to take note and talk about. They are still growing. Of course, before now it used to be in the universities, polytechnics, but today, even go to the abattoirs, go to the markets, they are there. And of course, primary school confirmed, they are there, not to talk of secondary, junior, and senior secondary schools. This is where I want you to take note. And it's not that there are no laws, it's not that these laws are not being used sometimes, but with all these, or is it that these are not good enough to stop this growing menace? We'll be back after the 10 o'clock news. Stay tuned. Alright, thanks for still being there. We're back for the second and last half of the Citizens Forum Daybreak Show, Rock City 101.9 FM in the city of Abeokuta. Yes, we are taking opinion from you as it has to do with the growing rate of cultist activities within the teenage ones, secondary schools, primary schools officially will be told by the state government that that act is growing there. A lot of people, a lot of pupils have been conscripted into becoming cult members, and of course, the police. If you look at the police records of crimes, kidnapping, violent crimes, raping, and also should add that what the suspects within this age range are becoming more and more active in such violence, and people have said this as a result of their being involved in cultism. Is the law good enough? There are laws really for this. There is anti-cultism and kidnapping law and here in Ogun State and other states, but yet it appears not to be competent enough to arrest this situation. That's what we are looking at this morning. We'll continue with the calls, your messages. We'll check them out. Just keep them coming.
All right, so we may want to start with a tweet this time around. At RockToFM remains our Twitter handle. You can keep tweeting, and of course, we'll keep reading. Let us quickly take this tweet from Akorede Camille. How about injustice? When there is social injustice in the society, some join court groups or form their own court groups to seek an avenue to protect injustice. For all the reasons, family background, faulty upbringing, encourage some people to join cults. Some parents are members, and when their children grow, they also become members of the secret cult. I think before we talk about penalty for cultism, we should look at reasons why students join cults and find a way to stop them from joining. Just like it's about to be, okay, many more reasons are there, but I think to prevent cultism in the society, parents should pay attention to their children's upbringing and educate them properly on acceptable standard of behavior. Just like it's about to be done in Ekiti State, many more educational institutions and government should enact stiff and stringent laws against cultism and ensure enforcement of such laws. Oshimiwa Fatai says charity begins at home. Abdication of responsibilities as parents lead to all we are discussing. Some parents are bad examples too. Leo Leshi Olanre says Nigerian politicians to stop encouraging cultist thugs, not using them to win elections in the country. Larry Adeyemi says the menace in our society nowadays are as a result of our societal ills. The problems in our society has made parents lose control of teaching values and open the youth to many bad ways of being an achiever in life. Egujabiga New says a larger percentage of secondary school students came from broken homes. Many of them have no or little parental care. Gone are the days when parents check the bags of their children on a daily basis. Since some parents are not or less concerned about their children, they expose them to street guys directly or indirectly to train them on their behalf. One should not be surprised if they join cultism. When a parent mobilizes hoodlums to school to beat up teachers for disciplining his or a child, one should not be surprised when such a child joins a cult group. Government should do the needful to prevent underage hawking. This has been giving teenagers negative exposure. All those tweets are coming from Egunjobi Ganiu. Atkule Gab says it's very unfortunate and surprising that some young teachers who are cultists are the ones initiating these young ones. What do you say to this? When a student cultist committed an offense and a call was out through for the release of the guy from the teachers, I can see the devil is in a serious evangelism of catch our children young when we refuse to show them the path of godliness. What do you have to say to a child that has a cultist as a father? Again, the home video is not contributing. Okay, again, the home video is another contributing factor to this. Alright, Kolega once again says parents have no time for their children, no time for discipline and supervision. We leave our children to the mercies of the unknown. Oshumiwa Fatai says yes to compete with men, so the era of automatic shirts that lead to complacency on the part of men can be solidly addressed. Alright, those are the tweets we have for now. Keep your messages coming. The short code remains 32120. All you have to do is to type rock, leave a space, type your message, include your name, and send to 32120. Let's go back to the calls. Hello, good morning.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you, sir?
Well, thank you.
I'm Taiwan. Nobody from South Corner area, Jaga Town. I'm not surprised. It starts from home. Because what do you think of these elderly people who are in secret court because of power? Their children see this, and so they carry this into school. Even with pride, they carry chance. They escalate. They increase the power that their parents give to them. And when they get to school, which teacher dares correct them? Even some teachers are not left out. There are good teachers, but there are teachers who are also in cultism, in secret court. What of in higher institutions? They are there. But I think the solution is that the government should promulgate law, stringent law, like the one Fayose did there, and like the one our governor here. If any person caught in, engaging in secret court should be sentenced to jail, and if it involves, killing people, to be, it should be given death sentence.
We have these laws. They are there, sir.
Yes.
But even at their existence, this act is still growing. We still have.
This is how you do. You can promulgate law, yes, but do you prosecute people? When secret court members are caught, is it not this money back? These people, these elders in secret court that goes to bail these people, it will not prevent anybody caught in secret court or engaging in murdering anybody, to prevent them from being bailed. Yes, that will solve the problem.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. All right. Yes, somebody else. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you.
My name is Abdul Salam Nekwangida. Yeah. You see, that is why I want to give salute to the state government for the drastic action that the government has taken. When the government goes on with an alarm, what has it done? I need the state government needs to look into those that are on death row in the state and find everything. Let's be convicted immediately now. That will sound like a pure one for them. And nobody's going to scare anybody. And when you even look into our schools, when we are in school, we have a lot of activities in school. We have curricular activities there whereby, either the council people will come, they will gather students, they will talk to them, to show them newspapers, show them issues, what is going on, these are the conversations. And people, the way people are changing. As a parent, if you are not taking your child, then the other way, and will be the answer. Because when your child is being confident, in fact, that is supposed to be brought down to like 12 years old. If you cannot take care of your child, then your child will continue costing forever. Because you must let him know, he or she know that this is the right thing for you to fast. And when people are not celebrating it here and there during this what is that? As a government, you must be able to bring in good laws. If parents are not doing the right thing, because they don't take care of themselves personally. I want to give kudos to the state government. But I think it's just, I can let's move further now. And make sure all these schools, we have activities that will change the education of those students. People that will tell them that this is the right way to live. When we are in school, we should get our come ourselves because we are not know what we have. We have a lot of activities in school. You engage in one. It was a part of the education standard, not that you want to impose on child. No, impose on any child. If you cannot comfort with the education regulation in public school, then leave that school. I think it's a private school. There must be strict laws. And people must know that the bad thing and the bad. What is bad is bad. Whether you are a king, whether you are anything, if you want us to give you amnesty or you want us to forgive, we can forgive you. We can even bring you out and give you amnesty. Whether you are a king, it doesn't matter. What we in the taboo, and people must stop it. That's all. Good morning.
All right, thank you.
Hello.
Daily,
Good morning.
I'm Mr. Lua to you this morning.
Good morning, thank you.
My humble self, Big Daddy.
Thank you for calling.
Mr. Dele, please permit me to give a proverb in Yoruba. According to Yoruba, they say Shubuta Bawo, Toba Funi, Omashoni. We borrowed foreign culture. That is what it's supposed to be. I want you to look at what, if you go to Ibarra today, people are walking naked. If you try to give 100 years imprisonment for people that are raped, what about the people that naked themselves on the street? That means that the sun and the God will fool by the people that rape people. Let the police start arresting those people that walk nakedly like mad people. Because the way you are dressed is where they are going to address you. And one thing again goes to the whole because of cultists. All the whole family, they want their children to be like Tupac, Tibi, and America. They forgot the culture where we are coming from. When someone would do dreadlock or maybe send from home, that's how many gather and what is result to that cultist. You wouldn't even know when they are crossing the boundary. So let me tell you the only thing is this. If we try to deal with them without catching those people and persecute them, this problem will not wipe away in Nigeria. Have a nice day.
All right, thank you very much, Big Daddy. Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Samuel Sabanet from Agbado.
Okay.
Note the reason for control this kind of problem in our country. One, to block our right of our nation development. At the side level, right to eliminate the right to learning in the school, because through the examination malpractice, they've already eroded their right to learning. And this will not help development of our country. So these are the kind of problems facing our children of today. And no influential family member without a representative in the cultism, because they can so that they can make use of their influence. Here and where so necessary. So these are the only reason why the government needs to work very strongly and condemn this government program. Like the very upset. This kind of cultism was into smuggled to this country from Western world. They are using it to checkmate development of our country. So we need to appeal to all our various children. Also join the cultism for the interest of their future. God bless Nigeria.
Yes, we do have some tweets already. This particular one from Igmujobi Ganiu says, government should revisit the issue of guidance and counseling in secondary schools. It should be made more proactive by employing experts who have experience to get the job done. Ladijobi Yomi tweeted this: it takes the grace of God to cleanse this habit and attitude from among the youth, because most parents were and are still members of cult groups, so also some teachers. The children tend to be influenced everywhere. God help us. Yemi Da Vinci says, why won't kids in secondary schools now start cultism when their parents were cultists in the 90s, when cultism was a serious issue in varsities? Ladijobi Yomi once again says, even the law cannot do anything, because in Nigeria today, it is only an innocent soul who is imprisoned for a guilty one. Even with capital punishment, unless the people in power are not corrupt, it will still be the same. God help us. Billionaire Jishafen says, the problem of parental upbringing of children is worse in the north. We must go back to the basis. Okay, we have gangs masquerading as cults. These gangs are the symptoms of a dysfunctional system which doesn't think that the lives of children matter. How many schools have functional guidance and counseling units? That's Yemi Da Vinci. Alright, keep tweeting. Of course, keep sending your messages to 32120. Just type rock, leave a space, type your message, include your name, and send to 32120. Abdulrashid Okela sent in this short code message. Men need to take charge of their homes. Some houses have been taken over by women, and these are some of the effects on untouchable children. called Mommy's Pet. Let's go back to God and its guidance. The Quran explained and cleared all issues related to humanity and life. Many of these youth are in prisons. Cultism can't be eradicated, you meant, totally, because they are being used by our politicians. Pious from Shaje sent in that one. Okay, we have more tweets coming in. Yamida Vinci, still, people join gangs and cults when the system places too much impediment in their way to live a fulfilling life. When parents are members of cults or are too busy making ends meet to do proper moral upbringing of kids, we'll have this problem. Alright, let's go back to the calls. 0809-868-7344.
Thank you.
Good morning, Toby.
Good morning.
Yeah, well, I think government are trying to give us the causes of this increase in the rate of cultism in our various levels of the sector that we have in the country. Though all of those reasons are germane, the fact is that where there is no rule of law, where the laws on ground are sleeping and inactive, they are passive and they are sentimental. This is what you see. Where people that are arrested for cultism are being released or placed on behalf from the people in the authority, or for those that we can call the high chief of the land. This is what you see. This is the result, this is the repercussion, this is the consequence that result of all of those things. I think the best thing we should do, if at all we want to get out of this mess, is let those laws that we have proposed before now on ground, let them start to take their due course without preference for anybody. Really, I think we'll be getting out or reducing the rate of this cultism at all levels that we have there. Thank you and good morning.
All right, thank you. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Who's on the line?
Daybreak from Omega.
Okay, go ahead.
We are talking about serious issues this morning, and I want to put it in at the doorstep of government. Government, because government have shy away from their responsibility. For instance, when was the last time we had the National Sports Festival? And in our secondary school, you hardly find a secondary school with good playing field. They approve very, very small spaces for secondary schools. These youngsters do not even have anywhere to exert their energy. So they resort to other vices because they are not into sports, they are not into other activities that can really take away their time after academics. Then on the part of parents, you will agree with me that in the 90s, cultism was so prevalent in our universities and all that. The chickens have now come home to roost because the students of the 90s are now the parents of today. And they were members of these bad organizations when they were at the university. So their children too are taking notes and they are now part of the problem. I remember when we were growing up, before the network news, we heard this message that it is 9 p.m. Where are your children? Do you know where your children are? All these little things are no longer there. These messages, they prick the conscience of the parents. When you hear it is 9 p.m., you don't know where your children are. You will pause and weigh the statement. So please, we need to really change our ways. The government too, as I talk about the National Sports Festival, they've not done anything since 2012. It is really sad, and this is an event that should be holding every 2 years. When you listen to that long, they will tell you that money has been approved and all that. You won't hear anything again. Nobody is talking about that. Thank you. Good morning.
All right. Thank you. All right. That's Kulegab. Dr. Kushimo says the stench we all attempt to cover our noses from is from our reckless, cumulative filth. No role models, no reward for hard work. People are not deterred from evil. We celebrate absurdities. Alright, that's Dr. Kushimo making that point. Whatever happened to jet competition? Why are we not having a healthy rivalry between kids to win sports and academic competitions? We, the adults, are the problems, not the kids. Yemi Da Vinci sent in that one. Alright, interesting tweets. Keep tweeting at RockCityFM is a Twitter handle. And of course, Rock City FM 101.9 is our Facebook fan page. Etiquettes, ethics, politics, and metaphysics form manners. That in turn makes man, the nation, and the world at large. Alright, so that's Cosmos.
Okay, we can still afford to take two of
Those who sent messages about trying to revive the guidance and counseling unit in the schools. That actually goes a long way in, creating a very long-lasting
many of the schools have this department. Many do.
Well,
many
are they manned by professionals? Are they manned by those who really want to be guardians and counselors? So those are the issues, because those who do not have passion for that particular job cannot do it effectively or help in shaping the future and mindset of the students. Mm-hmm. So it's a very naughty issue, and I hope that we'll begin to untie and or unknot these issues.
But one thing a lot of the callers have also pointed out this morning is that more of the problem comes from the homes, from the parents, or the teachers, and not from government.
Yes.
Really, like I heard many people say, the court leaders of the past are today's parents. So what do you expect from them? It's either they are not able to control those children, or nemesis, like some people will say, is just catching up. What they've done is what their words are deciding to pick up. But whatever those issues are to be, I think it should be of great concern to everybody. When you begin to have, there's no good thing coming out from being a member of this, at least while you are still there. Secondary school, primary school, you are almost ruining your future. And not just future, you may also ruin the future of others, and then bring cause and shame to the immediate family where that person comes from. We still expect, say, one or two calls to sum this up, and then we'll make it tick. We're sorry about the different network programs. We hope by tomorrow when we come, okay, we have somebody. Lucky person, let's just bring that person in. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you, sir.
This is Alan calling from Abeokuta.
Thank you, Alan.
Some of what you have just said, to build a family, you have said it all, that all we need is to have everything in order. The community at large, the home, and the building of the personality of the children. All these things are very, very important to give us an experience community, so to say. I've said it once here, that if Nigeria will be okay, we need to see to the family building, particularly the parenthood. What is the position of parents on their children? 2, we need to lay a good example within the community, the immediate community that the children are living in, those who are rich and those who are poor. All of us have a role to play when it comes to building a community. And the third one is the government in itself. The politicians today are not helping our situation. They are turning the children, the young ones, to be, they are becoming material to be used in order for them to achieve their aim of whatever they are pursuing. And at the end of the day, they didn't mind whatever they can put on the table for the children to pursue. We have seen politicians turning some of these young ones to be, to take guns, and eventually they become armed robbers. And they even protect them when they were caught in the process. And this makes them to have the will to continue in that regard and to have an egalitarian society, I think we must address another global issue. The issue with this social media need to be addressed. There was a report during the week that one of these people display what do you call it on it was said on paper. I think that will not be a good avenue for children to learn. So I stop here for some other day. Thank you. Good morning.
And of course, that's where we will stop for the day. We appreciate everybody. Don't worry, keep the debate going on. Tomorrow will be the open day where you'll have the opportunity to further express yourself on any of the issues discussed. Daily Ayodo is my name. I say God bless you all. God bless Nigeria and God bless Rock City.
And I am Toby Joseph. Have a wonderful Thursday.